Hello, everybody. My name is Jeremy Crouch, and I am an economics teacher and instructional technology coach at Pekin Community High School in Central Illinois. And I wanted to share a couple of the things that I really enjoy about Canvas. About 2 years ago, we switched from using Blackboard over to Canvas. When we were under Blackboard, only about 10 to 15% of our teachers actually used it. Most teachers didn't use anything, or they used Google Classroom. And since the switch, we're up to about 80% of our teachers using Canvas. There are still a couple of teachers, particularly in the English department, that still use Google Classroom, although Canvas does a lot of the things that Google Classroom can do and a little bit more as a learning management system. A couple of the things that I really enjoy about Canvas is that you can create an assignment that students can, or create an assignment in Google, like a Google Doc or a Google Slide or something like that, and then the students can see the document. So when they click on the assignment like this, I've created an assignment called What's Its in Widgets. When it loads, this is exactly what the students will see. They'll have this little window here where they can see the actual Google Doc, and they can manipulate it because this is their copy of it now. So I know if you don't use Google Classroom or anything like that, you might have to individually share everything with your students, or you might have to share one thing, and then they might have to click File, make a copy, and copy their own or make their own copy of it. But with Canvas, once they click on the assignment in modules, they can manipulate their very own version of it. Now, you can't see mine because I'm a teacher, but over here on the right-hand side, if I were a student, would be a submit button. So they could type directly into this document. Something like this is their answer, and they could work all the way through it, and then they could submit it. They could also open it up onto their own version of the document, and if you notice, it transfers everything over from what I just typed, and if I were to type and go back, it would do the same thing. It's very easy to create documents on Canvas. I'll show you the steps to integrate Google Classroom into Canvas. So all I'm going to do is click this plus sign here, new assignment, and it will populate down here at the bottom of my module. And then if I go into edit this assignment, I have a number of different options in terms of what I can do with the assignment. You can make it for points or no points. You can give plenty of directions. But down here is where you can attach it to your Google. So if you click on no submission, external tool, this is where you connect and integrate your Google Cloud services. So this could be a Google Doc or Google presentation, pretty much anything in the Google suite. And once you click that, it basically opens up my version, my Google Drive. So I can click through, these are my folders set up exactly how I want it to be set up. And the assignment as it is, once you click submit and select, now the student will be able to open that document, manipulate it, and submit it right back to you. Another thing that's really awesome about Google Classroom is that, or I'm sorry, about Canvas, is that it integrates exactly or specifically with our gradebook. We use Skyward. So if I click this button right here, sync to SIS, School Information System, that would be our Skyward. I can push grades directly to Skyward, and I don't have to manually enter all of the grades that I'm grading on Canvas. Obviously, you have different options on due dates. When it's available, you can make it a window when they can open it and close it, to where if your due date is on a Friday at midnight, you can close it to where they can't even open the assignment after midnight on Friday. You also have a lot of options on who specifically So you can do some differentiation on if you only want a couple of students to work on the assignment as some type of remediation, you can do that. If you have a student who's homebound and not coming to school every day, you can send them different assignments or keep it open longer for those students and things like that. All right, just to show you a couple of the other features, there are lots of features that you can utilize when like creating a quiz or an assessment. I do all of my assessments on Canvas. I have quizzes and I have exams that the students will take. Just to show you some of the options that exist. Again, sync to SIS, this will push out the grades. So once I go through and grade everything, this, with one click, I'll show you here at the end of the video how to transfer it straight over to Skyward so I don't have to manually enter. I allow students to take a quiz multiple times. I take it for the highest score. You can use the last one or the average. You can specify exactly how many. I allow mine to take as many as they want to or can in a couple of days. You can restrict it with an access code, and you can shuffle the answers and things like that. You can put it on a time limit. Again, you can limit or expand it to different students in your class, different sections of your class. And then there's a due date, but you can lock it. So if I only want the quiz available for 2 work days, I can limit it to those 2 days, even down to a specific time. And then something else, just to show you that has been very successful, is the grading features for essays and things that are written. So written assessments and things that that Canvas offers in terms of grading and feedback. All right, so here's a U.S. history class that again is organized by modules. And if I wanted to grade an essay or a research paper, a written assignment, something like that, there are a lot of features that Canvas can offer in terms of providing feedback. And again, you get to grade it right here in Canvas and push it straight to Skyward. So we created a rubric. This has to be created on the front end, and then the student will have their own document created, like I showed you previously, connected to a Google Doc that I have created. Once they submit it, over here on the right, Canvas calls their grader Speed Grader. And I can click through all of the students and their information and answer and to grade directly in Speed Grader. So here is the answer of the student. Canvas also allows you, through a couple of settings, to hide students' names. So if you want to grade things anonymously, this is another feature that Canvas offers. But you can highlight specific things that they have written in multiple colors. You can strike out if they have something that isn't necessarily correct. You can enter a text box. You can point to specific things, and then obviously you can leave lots of feedback over here on the right, just with specific marks for their essay or whatever it is that they're writing.